Well, I was leaving here to go up towards Black Diamond, and I just heard horrific crash noises. And I ran out there, and I was the first one on the scene. Nick, I remember the 13-year-old boy most, because he was so contained in the vehicle. The windows were all out, and he was all hunched over, and I couldn't see him, his face or anything. All I could do was rub his back, and I says, "Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay?" Because nobody was moving, nobody was making a sound. And so Nick started to move, and I started rubbing his back, and he tried to get out of the vehicle. And I told him, "No, honey, you can't move right now. Is anybody else okay in here?" And I saw Josh, the driver, start to moan and move. And then I looked over, and I saw this small elbow and some long hair over it. And that's all I could see of Heidi. That was Heidi. And that's all I could see of her. And so I just sat there with Nick, rubbing his back until the aid cars got there. It has still affected me all these years. And there is just no sense in it. There's no sense. I was told that he was speeding and passing people along the road here in the straightaways. The big truck with the axles were blown out, and they were up on the neighbors there. Everybody here has some blockage because there are accidents. People just do not take that corner slowly. And we have had other accidents on this corner. But his whole axle wheels were thrown out. There were pieces of Heidi's car in the yard here, and it was just like blown apart. There was plastic pieces everywhere. There was a speaker here and a grill there, and I saw a kid just kind of walking around in a daze, and he had a few splatters of blood on him. And I said, "Where did you come from?" And he was still just kind of in a glassy daze, and he pointed to the car, Heidi's car. And I said, "Well, come here and sit down. Come sit down." He was thrown out, as what I heard. So.
Now you know Heidi's name. Why do you know her name?
I'll never forget their names. Never. Never. It is so senseless. So senseless. I wish kids would, anybody who drinks and drives would stop and think about it.
And she just got into the back seat.
Yeah. Just happened. Yeah, well, that was the same with Nick, too. He wasn't supposed to be in the car. His mother dropped him off, I guess, with the friends, and his dad was going to pick him up. And his dad, I think, was on his way down there to pick him up when all this happened, and Nick's brother was in a second car. I think there was 2 or 3 cars involved following friends. Yeah.
Split second.
Split second.
And what happened to Nick?
Nick passed. Nick passed. I looked inside, tried to look inside. Like I said, I couldn't see his face. Oh, I would hate for his parents to hear this. But I looked for his face, and it was nothing. It was inside. He was cut, and I never did see his face. I couldn't see his face. And the aid people got here, and then they just started putting tarps up. And it had to be 4 or 5 people were on their way home from work, and yeah, I think, yeah, just a normal day. I'll never forget it. And I look out here every day and see Heidi and Nick Avenue.
That's what you call it now?
Well, the street signs that the neighbors have, or that the family has put up. Yeah. And Heidi, her you know, don't drink and drive sign on the roads here. See it every day. It's a constant reminder. But even without those, I will never forget it. It's not just you.